Jackson Radio Show.
A lot of things happened while I was gone. Welcome back, everybody. Kevin Jackson here. Glad you guys are with me. Lots of stuff. A bridge collapsed. Was it Florida International University campus? What do they call it? Quick bridge. Quick bridge collapsed. Killed a bunch of people. I think 6 people were dead. Did you see that bridge? We're talking about McCabe. We'll get back to that, but I want to talk about this bridge for just a second. Did you see that bridge? The cars where the front of the car were smashed, and all you could see was the back, and then of course there was the cars where it got the back, and so it barely missed the passenger seat. I'm just going to tell you, I just want you to imagine you're going under that bridge, and the back of your car just abruptly stops, and you look back there, and your kid is still in his car seat. Or your passengers are still there, of course, in shock. I mean, can you imagine that? And then when you look at the ones where the fronts got smashed, I mean, these people never saw it coming. That's how life works. They never saw it coming. What a shocker. We'll talk more about that bridge in a bit because I call it a bridge to nowhere. It was connecting the university to 4,000 or 5,000 people that go to the university. It was connecting a cancer organ in a city. That's what universities are. Oh, don't get me off on a tangent. I'm going to go off on these universities, but they're nothing but cancers. So anyway, you got that. And it's also a metaphor for the Obama administration. Hey, here's a quick fix. Let's get us a black guy. That'll do it. Hey, America, how'd that work out for you? How'd it work out for you voting for a guy that you went, well, he can at least use the right kind of English. He don't speak like them other black people. How did that work out for America? I'm talking to leftists right now. For you people on the right, some of you voted for Barack Obama. Some of you sympathized with him. How did that work out for us? Because you thought it would be okay. When you stop measuring people by the color of their skin and start measuring them by the content of their character, you will elect the right people. Recall recently the judge that Chuck Schumer says, I'm not going to elect that qualified white judge. Donald Trump gave me a qualified white judge. Why would I elect him when there's an unqualified minority around there somewhere? Get me a Negro or a Hispanic. Or how about this? A Hispanic woman. No. What about a Guatemalan midget? Hey, midget, how you doing? I know you listen to the program. She's not Guatemalan. I have a midget, a lady named Midget that listens to the program. You heard me play her clips on here. She's not Guatemalan, though. Anyway, back to Andrew McCabe, who was fired on Friday so that he would not get his full pension, which would have, he'd get that on a Sunday. That was what he would have gotten had he lasted to Sunday. Remember when all the hoopla of this came up? McCabe's, I'm going to go ahead and retire. I'm going to get out of here. And people went, whoa, hold on a minute. I remember he said, he said he's going to stay until the date that would get him his retirement. Then the hoopla came up over him. That was your sign right there, man. This swamp rat was trying to sneak under the radar so he could get that full pension. But more importantly, he wanted to walk away. Because if he got his full pension and he retired from the FBI honorably, that would have been the end of it. He got fired after 22 years of service, and I use my finger quotes, in the FBI. And you know what? I'm sure there was a year or two where McCabe did okay. But let me tell you something. They say all crap can certainly get rid of 1,000 attaboys, right? And that's exactly what's happened here. I describe McCabe as patient zero in the downfall of the Democrats. Let me tell you something, folks. You can look at 3/16/2018. Too bad they didn't do it on the 15th, because then it would have been the Ides of March. That was the day that the Democrats' destruction, dismantling began. Patient zero. He's patient zero. Now, I'm calling him patient one. I should have why didn't you correct me, producers? Y'all are supposed to see. Let me explain how things work, radio people out there listening. Producers are supposed to whisper in my ear when I make a mistake. They didn't do it. He's patient zero. Ground zero for the destruction of the Democrat Party, dismantling of the Democrats. You're out there going, Kevin, that's kind of what I was thinking. I told you guys, I said, somebody's going to, something happens. There's going to be something. I didn't know what it was. Is it going to be under FBI pressure? Is it going to be under IG pressure? Is it going to be, I don't know, Donald Trump authorizing the CIA to waterboard one of these Democrats? I don't know, but somebody's got to be patient zero and say, I'm going to give up the goods. And that's what I believe has happened. Well, in a strange kind of way, because McCabe wanted to sneak through. Admit it. Come on. Don't you think that? He just wanted to okay, if I just bide my time here. And then they caught him and he was like, well, no, I don't think so. And so now it's become, it's the pension. It's not the pension. It's not the pension at all. The Democrats know the symbolism of McCabe being fired. And if you start connecting the dots back, and that's what's about to happen. Donald Trump tweeted this, Andrew McCabe fired. A great day for hardworking men and women of the FBI. A great day for democracy. Sanctimonious James Comey was his boss and made McCabe look like a choir boy. He knew all about the lies and corruption going on at the highest level of the FBI. Let me tell you something, folks. You ever heard of a saying? It's called the buck stops. Somebody remind me where the buck stops. I'm trying to remember where the buck stops. That would be here. The buck stops here. His boss. Okay, let me put it to you another way. You're going along, you're stealing stuff, or you're doing nefarious things at your job. Who's at fault? Is it somebody underneath you? Or is it your boss? The buck stops with Comey. He was the one who knew what McCabe was saying. Let's see how the dots connect back to the boss. Thinking Springsteen. Yeah, some of you got that. The boss. Lies and corruption at the highest levels of the FBI. And the president of the United States, somebody they never thought his well-untanned buns would ever sit in that seat, Donald Trump, has called out James Comey on a tweet. Hey, James Comey, where are you? Is this thing on? Come on, James Comey, come out of the woodwork. Get out of the swamp. Crawl out from under the rock and tweet back to the president of the United States. The president of the United States is such a meanie. Why is he doing this to me? I was afraid of him when he was in that room, and I thought he might grab me by my naughty bits. Poor little James Comey. Called out by the president of the United States. And let me tell you something, folks. Donald Trump's not calling James Comey out because he's trying to protect his own butt, Donald Trump is calling James Comey out to say, you're next, clown. I know exactly what you did. And McCabe is patient zero. You are going to be where we connect the next dot. So Comey finally came out with his tweet. Yes, he did. We'll get to it in just a bit. And let me tell you, it was a huge backfire on him. Huge backfire. Yeah, he thinks people care.
This is the Kevin Jackson Radio Show.